my name is Kasrina Azizah, and today I'm going to give a persuasive speech with the topic of the importance of voting. How can youth shape the future? Before I start, let me ask you a question. You, as a youth of Malaysia, maybe around the age of 25 to 18, have you ever voted or have you ever registered for voting? If not, let me tell you something. That this act is completely irresponsible, and that's why today I want to address an urgent and impactful topic, the power of voting. Specifically focusing on how the youth in Malaysia can play a transformative role in shaping our nation's future. So, I'm going to start with my introduction on why voting matters in Malaysia. Malaysia is a diverse and dynamic country, a melting pot of cultures, religion, and ideas. Our strength lies in our unity, but our progress depends on the choices we make as citizens. Voting is the most direct way to influence these choices. Yet, in the past, many young Malaysians felt disillusioned, thinking their votes didn't matter. But let me assure you, your votes matter more than ever. In fact, recent elections in Malaysia have shown us that youth hold the powers to decide the country's direction. I have a few points that I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to start with my first point, which happened in the 2018 general election, or what we call as the PRU voting. We can say that the PRU voting is actually the game changer. Why? Let's take a moment to reflect on why the 2018 Malaysian general election, the PRU 14, for the first time in history, the ruling coalition was unseated after 61 years of governance. This victory was driven by unprecedented voter turnout of over 80%, including young Malaysians. The youth played a crucial role in this political shift, demanding change and holding leaders accountable for corruption and mismanagement. The PRU 14 proved that every vote matters and that collective action can lead to real change. So let us all imagine if more young people had chosen to stay at home, doing nothing, not even registered, not even vote, because they think that their vote wouldn't make any difference, not even the slightest way. Would we have witnessed this political transformation? I would say it's probably not. That's why I'm going to proceed with my second point, the 2000 general election, the PRU 15, the rise of young voters. The PRU 15 was a turning point marked by implementation of Undi 18, which lowered the voting age to 18 years old and enabled automatic voter registration. On that particular year, the 2004 babies, including myself, were the first 18 years old batch that were allowed to vote. This result to the reform brought 5.8 million new voters into the system, many of whom were under 30. It's shocking, right? This just proved that the youth vote was a decisive factor in several constituencies, influencing the balance of power and shaping the coalition government we see today. This made the politician to listen to the concerns of young Malaysian issues like affordable housing, climate change, and job opportunities, or maybe the education system, because the youth could no longer be ignored. This just in fact proved that your generation is no longer just the future. We and you are the present. I'm going to proceed with my last point, the third point, challenges facing young voters in Malaysia. While these examples are inspiring, but we need to remember the challenges still remain. Some Malaysians, young Malaysians especially, still feel disillusioned, believing that politics is too complicated or that their votes doesn't count. Others face barriers like lack of access to information or difficulty to return to their hometowns to vote. But we as youth, not just you, we as Malaysian need to remember, change doesn't come without effort. By staying informed and overcoming these hurdles, you can shape the policies that directly impact your life and the others' life as well, especially Malaysian. Some may argue, Malaysian politics is too messy, it's too much going on, I can't even process what's happening, and what's the point of voting? I counter this by saying, if we don't participate, we leave decision to others who may not prioritize the issues we care about. Like I just said, the housing area, education, job opportunities. Others might think, I'm just one person, how can I make a difference? How can a single vote change everything? But we need to remember what happened during the PRU 15 on 14 were won by collective action. This just proves your single votes combined with millions of others can create a powerful force that can actually make change for our government and country. Be the voice of change. So, what can you do to ensure your voice is heard? I got a few steps right here. Got 3 of them actually. The first one, stay informed. Follow credible news source and understand the issues at stake. Second, engage with others. Discuss politics, talk about politics, read about politics with your friends and family. Challenge misconception and encourage them to vote and register. Show up at the polls. If you just register but didn't vote, it still doesn't give any change, right? Whether it's a general election or a state election, every vote matters. Every vote counts. So, I'm going to proceed with the conclusion. The future is in your hands. Malaysia is at a crossroad. We face challenges like economy, inequality, climate change, education and reform. But these challenges are also opportunities for us to grow as a country if we make the right choices. Voting is more than a duty. It is your power to shape Malaysia's future. Let's learn, like I said, from the PRU 14 and PRU 15, where young voters made history. Let's continue to demand accountability, transparency, and progress from our leaders. Remember, the future of Malaysia that doesn't just belong to the older generation, doesn't just belong to what we call the boomers, the millennials. It belongs to us, to you, the youth. So stand up, take responsibility, and make your voice heard. Together, let's build a Malaysia that reflects our hopes, dreams, and ambitions. And we need to remember, our decision, our vote, even if it's just one single vote, it can actually continue to change our future, especially our country futures. That's all from me. Thank you.